Hello, my friend, and how are you doing? I hope that you are being gentle with your soul like normal and that you are taking care of the needs of your spirit. And like always, you have popped in at the perfect time. I'm just about to pull a couple of cards and let's see what the messages are. And just before I get started, a little reminder, I do have quite a few fake accounts popping up on TikTok now that are impersonating me. So just a gentle reminder, if somebody reaches out to you offering you a reading and they ask you for a donation for that reading, please know that is not me. I will never send you a message offering you a reading, and I don't message you either saying that I have a special message or anything for you. So if somebody does that, please know that it is not me. All right, perfect. So go ahead and take an inhale to ground yourself. And you know what? These ones right here. Let's see what we have for you. All right, you, and you. All right, perfect. And oh, Seek Beauty. Now, this is a really interesting one to jump up with straight away, the Seek Beauty card, because this is basically saying that you've been overwhelmed with a lot lately. So there's been a lot coming at you in your life. There's been a lot that you're processing, a lot's coming up from the past, a lot's that you're dealing with in the present. So it's kind of telling you to stop and take a moment and reassess and just kind of come back to yourself. So you don't need all the answers right now. You don't need everything figured out right now. You don't need to process everything right now. This is really about stopping and just coming back to the present moment. This is about coming back to yourself, coming back into that space of purity, back into that place of quiet, and realizing that everything is going to sort itself out when it needs to, but you just don't need all the answers right now because you're getting overwhelmed, and that overwhelming is what's stopping you right now. That overwhelming is what's tripping you up right now. That overwhelming is the thing that's confusing you right now. That overwhelming is just too much. There's too much on your plate right now. There's too much that's going to disrupt you right now. There's too much coming at you, and in that too much, that's where the confusion is. So you do have to just take a step back and realize that the universe wants to help you sort stuff out and help you weed through that stuff right now. But in order to do that, you first have to take that step back and just take that breath in order to realize that you are overwhelming and you are burning out. So in order to get back to that starting point, you first have to acknowledge you need to go back to that starting point, and that's going to be step number one to start getting that clarity for you, okay? Oh, be your best self always. Now, that's an interesting one because that also shows that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and almost too much pressure on yourself to get these answers, to get that clarity. And that makes total sense with this one, where these two are overlapping each other. So it means you're putting too much energy onto this, too much energy to get clarity, too much energy to get answers, too much. And I keep getting this message of there's too much happening right now. There's too much coming at you. There's too much. I'm trying to solve too much. I'm trying to fix too much. I'm trying to heal too much. I'm trying to get too many answers. And when you get too much coming at you energetically, you're going to get nowhere in your energy. You're going to find no clarity. You're going to find no peace. You're going to see no answers. You're going to not see the path that you're looking for. So part of what you want to do with this one is say to the universe, take away the things that are not necessary for me to work on right now. Take away the confusion that I don't need right now. Take away the things that I don't need to process right now, and bring me the gentle peace that I need in order to find the clarity that I need to work on right now for the best things for my soul's evolution. So you want to actually acknowledge you don't need to heal everything right now. And some things actually don't need to be healed. Sometimes when it's part of your spiritual journey, you've actually outgrown a lesson, so you don't need to fully heal the lesson. You can actually move past the lesson because you can piggyback over it, so you don't actually need to heal it. So sometimes we can get so caught up in our healing that we actually end up getting stuck with the healing. So you can even move past that if you don't need it. So this is kind of reminding you of that, okay? Oh, the expansion card. Now, this is a lovely one to receive kind of on top of that, because it means once you do that, once you take that step back and you clear all of that stuff, new things are going to present themselves to you. New opportunities are going to come up that you haven't even been expecting. And so this new big jump is going to happen. So once you take the step back and this breath and you kind of rest yourself and ground yourself and center, you're going to spring forward. It's almost like you're going to have this big jump forward. This big catalyst is going to move you forward in your life. So this is actually a very exciting opportunity that's going to come up for you that you're not realizing or expecting, but you have to first have that rest. You have to bring yourself out of all that confusion. And I know this can be a very draining one, and I know this can be very frustrating, especially when you're waiting for that answer, you're looking for that answer. But in order to get that answer, you first have to pull yourself back and say, it's okay for me to have that rest. It's okay for me to not to have all the answers right now, but I need to pull myself back out of that in order to get that, to give myself that expansion so that I can do that jump moving forward. And then finally, the fresh approach. Now that makes total sense, because when you get that expansion, you're going to see those new opportunities that you never noticed. And that's when you're going to get that movement. That's when you're going to get that beautiful shifting. But again, it's because I get that energy. You have so much going on right now. There's so much that you're thinking about, processing, trying to fix, deal with stuff with the family, everything like that. It's just too much. You have to be able to say to the universe, it's too much. I need to step back from it. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I need that breather. I need that space. I give myself permission for that, and I'm going to move forward from that. So that is your message for the night, my friend, and I do hope that helps you on your journey. And like always, do take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Take care and be well.